Most men will never actually live. They'll just exist and then one day die. All because they never truly understood what mastering themselves could look like. What I see every single day is that 99% of men fail down to the fact that they've never fully understood how to master their self, their habits, their physique, and their self-control. And a lot of people blame it on not having the talent, not having the genetics, not having all the insert hypothetical XYZ things that top high performers have. But in reality, impulse control is most likely the biggest thing in which you are lacking in your life right now as a young, ambitious, high performing man that wants to take it to the top. Every single week you are exposed to other people's opinions, other people's wants, needs and desires, and if you don't have the impulse control to be able to say no to certain things, say no to the booze, the drugs, the late nights, say yes to the early mornings, the harder workouts, the disciplined approach to your diet, then you'll only ever truly understand what one side of the coin actually looks and feels like. And my friend, that one side of the coin which you're playing and looking at right now, that is the most negative side. Because you are essentially living your life through someone else's lens, trying to appease other people, trying to get validation from what they want over what you truly want. And my friend, if you continue living your life like this, coasting from day to day and week to week, hoping something will change, when in reality you continue to do the same old self-deprecating habits in which got you into this rut in the first place. And I know you're not here to be average. I know you're not here to be like everyone else. Remember when you were a little kid and you had that delusional level of thinking, you want to be an astronaut, you want to be a millionaire, you want to be able to travel the world, adventure, have an amazing superhero physique. Where did that go? Where did that end up? Those thoughts? Did you just give up on yourself one day? Or was that mission, that want, that outcome just slowly eroded away like river hits a rock? What happened to you, bro? And this is the fact, like, we need to understand that if you can't control yourself, learn how to communicate effectively, learn how to lead your own life, you'll just plod and float and drift through life into a weaker and weaker existence and never fully achieve your fullest, most authentic potential. And on top of that, lads, life rewards daily discipline, not feelings. Because you can't control your impulses, you live day to day in this very volatile, high octane, stressed out, anxiety ridden state, which causes you to operate from a place of fear and desire, overflow and fulfillment, which is slowly taking you further and further away from the man you know you could truly be. And the biggest thing we need to understand here is that your self-worth, lads, is directly correlated to the self-work in which you show up with every single day. Those early wake-up times, those fasting windows, those macros dialed in every single day, those hard training sessions, those hard runs, reading and reflecting, doing the things that you know now would inspire yourself if you were to watch yourself back at the end of the day. I always frame it this way to my clients. It's like if we were to come into your life with a CCTV camera, reflect, unpack and understand everything that you do from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed, would you be inspired by yourself? Would you be someone that would be proud of how you're currently living? If the answer is no, then lads, something needs to change. Something big needs to change. You need to course correct very, very quickly and fall back in love with the process of becoming, rather than just being this volatile, stressed out man that plods through life waiting for that one day, someday, real soon to change everything. It's never going to happen, guys. And that reason you've got that anxiety, that feeling of burnout, that stress, it's just because you're taking little to no action over your truest, most authentic self. And this is where the real gold is found. When you can tip the seesaw and go all in on who you now know you should and can be, that's when everything changes. A sliding scale starts working within your favour and you start stepping into the thrive cycle, where life becomes more of an ambitious, driven, intention aligned flow state, where you know who you are, you know what you want, you know who you need to be to get that. And that's when you can start winning every single day by following through in the daily non-negotiable growth habits in which not only myself but every single one of my one-to-one clients follow to become a man that does not miss and reach their highest potential across all aspects of life. That full 360 result, which allows them to win physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and inside their very own relationship. And truth be told, lads, there's no secret weapon, there's no golden bullet, there's no quick fix to any of this in which you're currently experiencing, knowing you are not where you want to be. It just comes down to brutal consistency of the most boring, mundane habits. But the thing is, your level of success is directly correlated with how good you are at doing the boring work. Waking up at the same time, running the same program, scaling the same program, eating the same foods, locking in and writing to yourself every single day who you now need to be, even if you know it inside out, planning your week, even if you know exactly what is happening in your week. You need to have so much awareness, such a high level of self-control every single day to lean in and do what you know you need to do, because the process, guys, that is the outcome. A lot of people only focus on the outcome rather than the process, but in reality, guys, the thing that you want more than anything else is be able to stick to a consistent routine. And I know that from working with thousands of guys over the last 10 years. All of them come to me and say, I just want to get into a solid, consistent routine. So why don't you do that? Because the guy who can stick it, follow through in the growth habits, the process, the routine, he is the guy that inevitably gets what he wants. The money, the success, the freedom, the physique, everything. Because he is now a man that focuses on the small needle moving activities and tasks day to day that allow him to elevate up to an enlightened state, rather than staying contracted, fear-ridden, angry, in a state of desire, guilt and shame. And that's where a lot of people will hover in their life. They stay in a state of neutrality and below. When if you truly want to reach your peak, you want to step into a highly elevated, high frequency, high energy state. So you can take those universal downloads because you are now in a place of reception. Your receivers are operating well. Therefore, you will have the business ideas, you will have the charisma, you will have the correct level conversations with people that are in bigger, bolder rooms than you, and you will therefore have enough value installed in you because you are a process-driven man rather than an outcome-driven man. People will start respecting you because they see your discipline. They see that you can work, they see that you can roll your sleeves up every single day and lean into doing the stuff that 99% of men in this world shy away from because they're little simpy baby fucks. So lads, are you going to continue being a soft, lazy jobsworth, or will you utilise this video today as a subtle calling, a subtle call out and call up to your highest self, a reality check if you will, something that now guides you, aligns you, focuses you back on what you now know you need to be doing every single day. Because you know the answer, everything that you want is already inside you. But if you continue acting like someone that isn't worth receiving the outcomes in which you want, then you will never find the key to the success. You will always be your own biggest limiting factor. You will always become your own biggest glass ceiling. And you'll stay stuck, coasting, ticking boxes day to day, not fully understanding what alignment of the process can truly do for you. So lads, if you want to become a man that does not miss in 2025, make sure you cop a free copy of my free self-mastery guide below. You can also access the daily 5 for free. Just message me on WhatsApp, the link will be in the description, 07 585 709 198. And if you do want to work with me one-to-one, you can drop me a DM through the link below. I will directly contact you on WhatsApp. We can discuss exactly where you're at, where you want to go and how we can best get you there, and how myself and the team can serve you to turn you into a man that does not miss across physique, mindset, lifestyle, then build all the strategies in place that you now need to scale your business online and create a life of fulfillment, freedom and health. Let's get stuck in, boys. Happy Monday. Let's go.